holding a US passport once guaranteed seamless entry into countless countries, a symbol of freedom and opportunity. Reality is fading fast. Today, nations across the globe are deporting Americans, not just for serious infractions but for minor missteps like overstaying visas, breaking local customs, or even being perceived as culturally out of step. At Top 10 America Beyond, we're diving into the reasons behind this seismic shift, exploring the 10 countries where Americans are increasingly finding themselves on the wrong side of immigration laws. From bureaucratic errors to cultural misunderstandings, the line between welcome guest and unwanted visitor is razor thin. If you're planning to travel or live abroad, this is a wake-up call to stay informed. Before we dive into the countdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Top 10 America Beyond for more eye-opening global insights and travel updates. Let's get started, counting down from number 10 to the top spot, revealing why these nations are sending Americans packing and what you can do to avoid becoming a statistic. What's driving this global crackdown? A potent mix of stricter immigration policies, rising anti-Western sentiment, and heightened border enforcement is reshaping how Americans are perceived abroad. According to a 2024 report from the International Organization for Migration, global deportation rates for overstays and violations have surged by 18% in the past 5 years. For Americans, this means navigating a world where the rules are tougher, the stakes are higher, and the consequences are immediate. Let's explore the top 10 countries where this trend is most pronounced, starting with number 10.
Top 10 America Beyond.
Number 10, China. China's immigration system is a labyrinth, one of the strictest and most opaque in the world. For the 72,000 Americans living in cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, students, teachers, and business professionals, the margin for error is razor thin. Overstaying a visa, even by a day, can trigger swift deportation, with 3,200 cases reported in 2024 alone. Many Americans have been expelled for working in roles that don't match their visa category, such as teaching English on a business visa. Others face scrutiny for sharing religious materials and act strictly prohibited under Chinese law. The government's surveillance of internet activity and personal communications means even private missteps can lead to an abrupt exit. The broader context. China's growing emphasis on controlling foreign influence has led to a 25% increase in deportations of Westerners since 2020. For Americans caught in the crosshairs of strained US-China relations, the risk is real. One wrong move, like a misinterpreted social media post, can land you on a plane home. Staying informed and compliant is non-negotiable in a country where rules are enforced with an iron grip. The lesson here is clear: respecting local laws isn't just courteous, it's your ticket to staying welcome. As we move to our next country, consider this: how much do you know about the visa rules for your next international trip? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 9, Turkey. Turkey, with its vibrant culture and breathtaking landscapes, is a magnet for American tourists and expats. Complex environment where missteps can lead to deportation. In 2024, over 1,500 Americans faced expulsion, often for activities deemed contrary to national interests. Journalists and missionaries have been escorted out for participating in discussions or events that authorities viewed as sensitive. Even tourists can find themselves in hot water. Posting social media content deemed inflammatory, even from outside Turkey, can result in a blacklist. The numbers tell a stark story. Turkey's deportation of Westerners has spiked by 15% in the past 3 years, driven by heightened scrutiny of foreign visitors. For the 20,000 Americans living in Turkey, vigilance is key. A single misinterpreted comment or association with certain groups can lead to surveillance and expulsion. This reminds us that cultural sensitivity is more than politeness, it's a shield against unintended consequences. Next, we head to a glitzy destination where luxury meets strict rules. Have you ever considered how social media posts could impact your travels? Let us know below. Number 8. United Arab Emirates UAE. Dubai and Abu Dhabi dazzle with skyscrapers and pristine beaches, drawing 45,000 American expats, chasing high salaries and lavish lifestyles. But the UAE's glossy exterior hides a legal system that brooks no compromise. In 2024, 900 Americans were deported for infractions that might seem trivial back home: public displays of affection, using strong language, or posting online content deemed offensive. A single complaint from a local or a workplace dispute can escalate into immediate expulsion with no room for appeal. The UAE's zero-tolerance policies are backed by numbers. Deportations of foreigners have risen by 12% since 2022, reflecting a commitment to upholding strict moral codes. For Americans, navigating this landscape means constant awareness. A heated argument or an ill-judged Instagram post can unravel years of hard work abroad. The takeaway: in a foreign land, your actions carry weight far beyond your intentions, so tread carefully. Let's shift gears to a country with deep historical ties to the US but surprising new policies. How do you balance enjoying a new culture with respecting its rules? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Number 7. Philippines. The Philippines, with its English-speaking population and warm hospitality, has long been a haven for American retirees and remote workers. Over 50,000 call it home. Yet the government has ramped up deportations, with 2,100 Americans sent back in 2024. Overstaying tourist visas is a common trigger, as many assume extensions are a formality. A routine background checks during visa renewals can also uncover past legal issues, leading to immediate expulsion. Even behavior deemed disruptive, like outspoken comments on local customs, can earn you the label of undesirable alien. The data underscores the shift. The Philippines has increased foreigner deportations by 20% in the past 4 years, reflecting a push to enforce immigration laws. For Americans, the message is clear: complacency is a risk. This teaches us that preparation and respect for local systems are the foundation of a smooth expat life. Now, let's explore a tropical paradise where visa rules are tightening fast. Have you ever overstayed a visa by mistake? Share your story below. Number 6. Thailand. Thailand's beaches, bustling cities, and low cost of living attract 30,000 American expats to places like Bangkok and Chiang Mai. But the land of smiles isn't smiling at visa violators. In 2024, 1,800 Americans were deported, often for overstaying visas by mere days. Random checks at co-working spaces and tourist hotspots catch remote workers operating on tourist visas, a practice that's landed many in immigration detention. Disrespecting cultural norms, like criticizing local traditions, can also lead to blacklisting. Thailand's deportation rate for Westerners has climbed 17% since 2021, driven by stricter enforcement. For Americans, the stakes are high. Ignorance is no excuse. The lesson here is powerful. Embracing a new culture means honoring its boundaries, ensuring your adventure doesn't end in a one-way ticket home. As we cross the Pacific, we'll uncover a surprising trend in a neighboring country. How do you stay compliant with visa rules while living abroad? Let us know in the comments. Number 5. Mexico. Mexico, a stone's throw from the US, is home to over 1.6 million Americans, from retirees to digital nomads. But don't let proximity fool you. Deportations are soaring, with 4,500 cases in 2024. Many Americans exploit the 180-day tourist visa by crossing the border to reset their stay, a loophole now firmly closed. Others face expulsion for failing to pay taxes or disrupting local communities. Even influencers showcasing their Mexican lifestyle online have been deported after authorities flagged their lack of legal residency. The numbers are striking. Mexico's deportation of foreigners has jumped 22% in the past 5 years, fueled by national pride and tighter enforcement. For Americans, assuming leniency is a costly mistake. This reminds us that living abroad is a privilege, not a right. Honoring local laws is the price of staying. Let's head to a desert kingdom where cultural expectations are non-negotiable. Have you ever faced challenges with residency rules abroad? Share below. Number 4. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, a hub for 25,000 American workers in oil, education, and construction, enforces some of the world's strictest cultural codes. In 2024, 700 Americans were deported for infractions like possessing alcohol or posting social media content deemed contrary to Islamic values. The kingdom's Saudization policy, which prioritizes local hires, has also led to job losses and subsequent expulsions, with 10% of foreign workers affected since 2022. A single employer complaint can trigger deportation without appeal. The data paints a clear picture. Saudi Arabia's deportation of Westerners has risen by 14% in 3 years. For Americans, constant vigilance is essential in a land where cultural missteps carry heavy consequences. The takeaway: adapting to local norms isn't just respectful, it's the key to thriving in a foreign system. Next, we explore a tropical hotspot cracking down on digital nomads. How do you navigate cultural differences when living abroad? Drop your thoughts below. Number 3. Indonesia. Indonesia, particularly Bali, is a dream destination for 15,000 American digital nomads. But paradise comes with rules. In 2024, 1,200 Americans were deported for working remotely on tourist visas, posting inappropriate online content, or failing to respect sacred sites. Bali's governor has vowed to expel foreigners who disrupt the island's cultural fabric, and social media monitoring has led to a 30% spike in deportations since 2022. Even minor infractions like improper dress at temples can result in a blacklist. The numbers don't lie. Indonesia's deportation of Westerners has surged by 19% in 4 years. For Americans, staying on the right side of the law means meticulous compliance. This teaches us that cultural respect is the cornerstone of global travel. Ignore it, and you risk losing the privilege of staying. Let's journey to a South Asian giant with a surprising trend. Have you ever been caught off guard by local customs while traveling? Share your experience below. Number 2. India. India, a spiritual and cultural beacon for 40,000 American visitors annually, is no longer lenient with visa violators. In 2024, 2,800 Americans were deported for overstaying, working without permits, or engaging in religious activities on tourist visas. The country's digitized immigration system, coupled with mandatory registration at the Foreigners Regional Registration Office, has led to a 23% increase in deportations since 2020. Simple oversights, like failing to renew a visa, can lead to immediate expulsion. For Americans drawn to India's yoga retreats and charity missions, the rules are non-negotiable. A single misstep can unravel months of planning. The lesson is profound. Preparation and respect for bureaucracy are your best allies in navigating a foreign land. As we approach our top spot, brace for a country where tensions run high. How do you ensure you're visa compliant when traveling? Let us know in the comments. Number 1. Russia. At the top of our list on Top 10 America Beyond is Russia, a nation where navigating the system feels like walking a tightrope. With 10,000 Americans visiting annually, deportations have skyrocketed, 3,500 cases in 2024 alone. Visa violations, attending public events deemed controversial, or even casual political discussions can lead to expulsion. The Russian government's suspicion of foreign influence, amplified by geopolitical strains, means Americans face intense scrutiny. Some are declared persona non grata, banned for life, with no explanation. The data is chilling. Russia's deportation of Westerners has surged by 28% since 2021. For Americans, a minor misstep can mean a one-way ticket home. This stark reality drives home a universal truth. In a world of shifting rules, knowledge and caution are your greatest assets. What's the most surprising country on this list for you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Conclusion: a new era for American travelers? The world is changing, and so is the way Americans are welcomed abroad. At Top 10 America Beyond, we've uncovered the top 10 countries where deportations are reshaping the expat experience. From China's ironclad rules to Russia's unpredictable enforcement, the message is clear: no one is above the law. With global deportation rates climbing 18% in 5 years, Americans must adapt to a landscape where cultural respect and legal compliance are paramount. If you're planning to travel or live abroad, arm yourself with knowledge. Research visa requirements, honor local customs, and stay vigilant. The privilege of exploring the world comes with responsibility. Let's make every journey a story of connection, not a headline of expulsion. And don't miss out on more global insights from Top 10 America Beyond. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay in the loop. What's your next travel destination, and how will you prepare? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below.